game, monkey.
Thanks, Mom. What's that?
What's what?
That.
That's lacrosse.
Can we go watch?
Yeah.
Do they get to beat each other with the sticks?
I guess.
I want to play lacrosse.
Okay.
I'm Patrick Chapla, and I create training material for lacrosse coaches. But in this series, we're going to be training people who are new to the sport because their kids want to play. This is So Your Kid Wants to Play Lacrosse. What is lacrosse? Lacrosse is the oldest game being played in North America. Its origins date back hundreds of years as a tribal game being played by many Native American peoples. To the Native people, the game is a gift and a medicine given to us by the Creator. It is an aspect of what we would call their religion. It is so ingrained in their culture, it is a staple of who they are as people. The act of playing the game entertains the Creator, it heals the people who play it, and it makes them better people. Now, I don't have a great understanding of what it actually means for the Native American peoples. I was never in that community. I have a long lost ancestor who was Native American, but I've never been encapsulated in that culture. But as I experienced the game, it taught me so much. It taught me how to persevere through failure. It taught me how to see the strengths of each individual, even though they might be wildly different, and try and do my best to bring out the best in other people. It taught me how the tiny actions that I make can benefit the entire community. And ultimately, I'm extremely grateful for what lacrosse has done for me and my family, and I'm hoping that your family's experience with the sport will be as beneficial as mine. So now let's get into what exactly is lacrosse? So the Creator's game, or lacrosse, is the foundation of many traditional sports as we see them today. But at its core, it is a game. And at the center of that game is the relationship between a player and their stick. Players will use their sticks to control, pass, and shoot the ball into their opponent's net. Whoever scores more goals wins. In order to give you a better representation of what the stick actually means in the game, I'm going to hand this off to the stick maker himself, Alf Jacques.
At Onondaga Nation, we play our game our way with our handmade wooden sticks. Now, the stick is made from a living tree. The Creator grows this tree from the rain, the soil, whatever it takes to grow this tree. The spirit of that tree is in this lacrosse stick. The person who plays with this handmade wooden lacrosse stick gets the energy from that tree. That spirit from the tree to the player is a connection directly to the earth. And that's how we look at our game.
I think it's extremely important that the first thing that we discuss when we're talking about what lacrosse is really a look back at its heritage. And this is a very surface level explanation of the real true meaning of lacrosse to its people. But as long as that's first and there's a respect for the game, I think that that will lead us in the right direction. Now, in addition to the connection that the stick gives you to the earth, it is also the thing that allows each person to bring their own strengths to the game. Like, lacrosse is not a one-size-fits-all type of sport. Whatever your strength is that you work on and you have, you can bring that strength to the game. One of the best interpretations I've seen of that is Bill O'Brien discussing the strengths of the Thompson brothers, who are a record-setting lacrosse family, also from Onondaga Nation.
Lyle, he's like the eagle. Why? The eagle, if you picture an eagle, he soars high above the sky. He's got great vision. He can see things almost before it happens. But he's also swift. He's swift enough to dive down, grab its prey. You watch Lyle play with his passion, with his creativity. Those are the things he brings to the table. He's able to see the game almost before it happens. Jeremy, he's like the deer. A deer is a leader in Native American culture. That's why our Tadadaho has antlers on his head, or on his gastoa, headdress, because the deer's a leader. Jeremy's a leader on the field. What other attributes does the deer have? It's fast. It can continue to run. It can outrun pretty much any predator. Not all of them, but if they're lucky. But he's a grinder. He's a grinder. He takes face-offs. He plays offense. He plays defense. Miles, he's like the bear. Whenever I talk about Miles and the bear, I picture a big grizzly bear in Alaska standing on a rock in a river catching salmon out and just eating them. Why? because Miles is big, he's strong. He's not the fastest guy, but he has the best hands in the game. If Lyle or Jeremy throw a ball inside, he's catching it, and he's going to score. Heine's much like the Wolf. Why? Because he plays best with his brothers by his side. We call Heine the pack animal. He's quick, he's shifty, he's agile. Now, with that being said, each and every one of you have an animal. Each and every one of you brings something special to the game. And it's on you to figure out what you bring to this game. Every single one of you bring a gift to this game. Think about that gift. Lyle's the eagle. He doesn't try to be the bear. He doesn't try to be the deer. He is who he is, and he plays that way.
The fact that you could bring your best strengths to the game was not lost on lacrosse's most famous player, NFL Hall of Famer Jim Brown.
Lacrosse was created by Native Americans. It was their culture. We adopted it and gave it the respect that it deserved. Quick, fast, powerful.
What a trail check. Look out!
Skillful, all of the athletic traits of many sports. The deeper you get into it, the more fascinating it becomes.
That's domination. He's a machine.
It was a serious matter in that culture. Instead of going to war, they'd play a lacrosse game, and the winner would be the winner of that particular war. He played it just because of the love of the sport. He scored. Nothing like it.
Oh, what a save! Wide open match winner! Did it! The knockout punch!
The most popular versions of the sport being played today are the men's and women's field versions of the sport. Played on a football or soccer-sized field, it requires the fitness and endurance of soccer and the stick skills of hockey. The men's game also includes the physicality of football. The indoor or box lacrosse version is played in a hockey rink with no ice. It mimics the flow of hockey and the strategic nature of basketball. Recently, the World Lacrosse Organization has introduced a 6v6 Olympic version of the sport with the goal of increasing the participation throughout the world. The rules and regulations vary based on age, sex, and the specific sport being played. To find the rules and regulations, please check uslacrosse.org/rules. Also, be sure to check your league specifically, as many leagues modify their rules to fit their specific situations. Now, at its core, lacrosse is a game, not a sport, and it can be played 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 10-on-10, 4v3, whatever fits your specific scenario, that is how it should be played. And two of the most popular pickup game variants are 3x and POWLAX. 3x, spelt like this, is essentially a 3-on-3 take-back basketball game played on 3-foot-by-3-foot nets with a tennis ball. Speed lacrosse is a full-field version of pickup as well. So that's your crash course into what the game of lacrosse actually is, as well as what the sport modern variants are. Make sure to join us next week as we discuss the importance of picking the correct stick so that you can create a positive environment for your kid, because if you pick the wrong stick, you can be completely sabotaging the relationship that your young player can have with the sport. Once again, I'm Patrick Chapla. I will see you guys in the next video.